What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, world? What's happening, what's happening, what's happening, man? You know, it's your boy, Mr. Daluchi. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. You know, I'm new to this YouTube thing. So, tune in. Got my son in the background right now. I got the baby gate and all of that up, so he can't get in here right now. That's why he calling me. But tune in, man. Give y'all a little bit about me. Then we'll jump in a few topics, man. We're gonna jump around. You know, I'm new to this YouTube thing, man. Tune in. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button. Share Mr. DaluchiTV, man. Tune in. Well, first and foremost, I want to tell y'all a little bit about me. You know, let me jump into the topics and all that. I'm from Freeport, Long Island, by way of Hempstead, Long Island. I grew up in a single parent home. My dad was in and out. He was around. You know what I mean? Here and there. He used to get high, smoke crack back in the days and all that shit. You know what I mean? He clean now, doing good and shit. My mom, she was a hardworking woman back in the days. Coming up, she trapped. She sold drugs as I came up. Went to jail, changed her life around. And she working 2 jobs. How she doing, I wouldn't know, but we'll get into that in later segments and all that right now. That's just the intro. Give y'all a little bit, about me. Where was I? So yeah, pardon me. So yeah, I grew up in Hempstead, Freeport, Long Island, New York area. I had an okay upbringing to about 13. I went to juvenile, 13 to 17. No high school. I don't even know what the inside of my high school looked like. I was locked up 13 to 26. You know what I'm saying? Straight. I was locked up 13 to 17, juvenile. I came home. I was home for a few months. You know what I mean? Caught a gun charge. The day of my mom's wedding, I was supposed to walk my mom down the aisle and give her away. I got locked up the day of my mom's wedding. I was supposed to walk my mom down the aisle and give her away. I got locked up the day of my mom's wedding, June 18, 2005, for a gun charge. I got locked up across the street from my house in the projects called Parkside Gardens. Across the street from my mama's house. I got locked up the day of my mom's wedding. Well, it was like 3, 4 in the morning. My mom was getting married later that day. You know what I mean? And I was fresh out of juvie on juvenile probation. Ended up catching a gun charge. They caught me with a gun charge back then, 05. It was still Dennis Dillon in office. And they were still giving county bullets 8 months for gun charges. So they gave me a year, which is 8 months county time. D felony. They gave me a youthful offender YO because I was 18. They gave me a YO, youthful offender, and they gave me 8 months. I did my 8 months. I came home. I was home for a few months. My cousin and them had moved around the corner from me, so it was turn up time from there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my cousin and them had moved around the corner from me and shit. And it was just turn up, man. I was just, when I was, I was coming up as a kid, man. I was a wild boy. So, I came home. I was home for a few months, and then I ended up catching a case. And I got mad shit to get into, a lot of content, man. Right now, it's just the intro. I'm just briefing y'all on shit. You know what I mean? Just summing it all up for right now before I jump into other shit. You know what I'm saying? I came home February 10th, 06, and I was home for a few months, and running around wilding, trapping, booking. They was calling me Bookem at the time, around this time, 05, 06. I mean, like, they was calling me Bookem. I was running around booking shit on my stick-up kid shit, selling drugs. Like, just before everybody started selling gas, I wasn't on no gas time. I was selling at real, at work. You know what I mean? I wasn't getting a whole bunch of, tens of thousands of dollars, but as a kid, I was good. I was content. You understand what I'm saying? I stayed fly back then, when I was trapping 05, 06, you know what I mean? Before I went in 04, 05 and shit like that was Red Monkey, Baby Nape, shit like that, you know what I mean? Vizus and, you know what I mean? Shit like that. So, you know what I mean? Pradas and shit like that. So I stayed dipped in all of that shit, like Baby Nape hoodie, jeans, sneakers, Red Monkeys when they was $1,000 a pair, shit like that. So, I come home, my cousin L Tips and these niggas is living around the corner from me and shit. Feel what I'm saying? And we just running around bugging. We just running around on our bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then that's how I catch my case to go up north. It was some shit called the Dirty Curdy. It was the Courtesy Hotel and shit. This is how I caught my case. It went up. It was some shit called the Dirty Curdy, right? The Courtesy Hotel and shit. And I'm in there, I'm doing my numbers and shit, and I run into some nigga in there. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I'm still small. But back then I'm 19, no hair on my face, no mustache. I'm super skinny right now. My weight is up. I'm eating good. I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? But back then I'm popping, drinking, smoking. I'm not eating like that. Like, so I'm super skinny and I'm little. So he probably saw me as not a threat. So nigga asked me, like, yo, who's selling guns around here? I'm like, yo, what you trying to buy? My man got some shit. You know what I mean, but you got bread? Because niggas out here, he pulled out a big Mick on me. I said, oh, we got one, coach. So I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. I'm about to go see what my man doing. So then, I'm riding around. I pulls back in the spot. You know what I mean? Tell my man, like, yo, go ahead, B. I'm going to meet you. You know what I mean? Like, up the block. Like, it was like White Castles and shit. I told him I'm going to meet him across the street from White Castles on that block. So I tell him, like, yo, my man outside, come around the corner. So as soon as he get around the corner, I backs out. Give it up. Nigga throws all his bread. Feel me? Picks it all up. Now, gets up out of there. Now, the reason why the police said they stopped me is because I was running. If I would have been walking casual, I probably would have been able to get away. But I'm running, so they stopped me. They pull up on me. I'm like, oh, shit, what's going on? Mind you, he flagged some cops down. This bitch nigga, he flagged some cops down. And that's how I ended up catching my case. But boom, Pete, right? So, now, mind you, this nigga's a big-ass grown man. You know what I mean? I'm little as hell. You dig? What's up, like? This nigga's a big-ass grown man. You understand what I'm saying? He's a grown man here. He's a grown man, big-ass too. Now, so I'm telling the cops, like, I don't know what you talking about. Like, I didn't rob this guy. I don't have no gun on me, nothing. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But mind you, I got the 22 6-shot Smith & Wesson in my back pocket. A revolver, little shit. So they just put me in a police car. They don't even search me, nothing. They put me in a police car. Boom. I put the gun under the car in the police seat. You know what I mean? Under the police seat. Boom. So when we get to the precinct, now, no cap. When we get to the precinct now, my mind is not thinking about the drugs that I got in my pocket. I was just trying to get the gun up off me, and I got all of this nigga money on me. But I'm telling them, like, my grandmother gave me this money for my birthday type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Lying to these niggas and shit. So now they put me in a cell. Before they put me in the holding cell joint, they searched me because he's still downstairs bugging. I hear this nigga bugging, like, I just want my money. This nigga tweaking. So, you know what I mean? This nigga down there bugging. So I'm telling them, like, I ain't robbed this nigga. So they like, you know what I mean? So they telling him, like, yo, we got to hold the money. So they search me. They find work on me. You know what I'm saying? I had probably like 5.5 Grizzies on me. You know what I'm saying? No bagged up. So it wasn't in possession with intent to sell. But, you know what I'm saying? I already had a record and shit. So, you know what I mean? And I had like 5 Grizzies on me, 5.5 Grizzies on me. And then, so they take that, they book me for that. So now I'm in there. Now I'm trying to cop a flat bed and get up out of there for that. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm thinking I'm good, so I'm trying to just hurry up and cop out. So I'm about to take a I'm about to take a 2-flat, non-violent, go to shock, and be home in a second. I'm in there like 4 or 5 months. These niggas coming in. They call me down there. Nobody comes. Next day, they call me to court. I'm like, what the fuck am I going to arraignment for? Like, you know what I mean? These niggas arraigned me for a robbery. They arraigned me, took me back to the precinct, fingerprint me, all that. When I get to the precinct, they like, oh, I'm in there like a celebrity. Because they're like, yo, even a fucking sergeant, everybody wants to know, how did you get in the police car with the gun on you? To put it under the seat. Like, you could have blew one of my cops' heads off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, they didn't search me. Like, they didn't search you. I'm like, nah, they didn't search me because, you know, and I'm telling them, and they all in there astonished, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, because boy, you know, he telling them I booked them, all this old crazy stuff, acting crazy. So, you know, they slammed me with that. Boom. So now they slammed me with the robbery, right? Boom. So now the first offer they offered me was 8 years. I'm like, I'm not taking no 8 years. They go back. Lawyer come back a few months later. They got 5. I'm like, I'm not taking 5. He like, all right, I'm going to tell him you don't want to take the 5. You know what I'm saying? They come back like 4 months later. Now, mind you, I sit in the county for 11 months. 11 months. You know what I'm saying? They come with 3 joints. I'm like, 3 joints. What's that? 10, 20, 30. I got 11 months in. Let me get that. I ain't going to be up top that long. Let me get that 3 flat. You know what I'm saying? Copped out to 3 flat with 2 years post-release supervision, which is 5 anyway. You know what I mean? If you round it off. But I wasn't trying to do 5 and 5 years post-release. That's 10 years. You know what I'm saying? No, that's 5 years. 5 years and 5 years post-release, that's 10 years. Nah, get out of my face with that. You know what I'm saying? Especially back then, my mindset was like, I'll do the jail time if I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Now it's like I got my little mans I'm raising. I can't be sitting down. Like, she banking on me. I can't be losing. What's up? Can I smoke with you like I joke with you? Sheesh. God damn. See this? I done gave it to you with a half a prisoner. Damn, steamy lungs. See what I be talking about? Steamy lungs over here. Like, I give it to us half a blunt. I get it back as a rope. Like, no, steamy lungs. But anyway, so yeah, I copped out to the 3 flat. And I copped out to the 3 flat. So they sent me to downstate. I mean, shit, I went out. They sent me to downstate. Give me one of them blunt out the bag. They sent me to downstate and shit. You know what I'm saying? I go to downstate with mad niggas I know, so I'm in downstate. Pardon the N-word. I'm in downstate with mad dudes I know. I'm in downstate with a lot of dudes I know. It's that candy wrapper right there. Can you move that? That's over the background on the drum. Candy. Oh, right there. Yeah. He all loud in the back. But so the first spot they sent me when I go up top is downstate. I had an 07A number. Went up top at 07. I was a young boy, young whippersnapper. First spot they sent me is downstate. I go to downstate for like a month, probably like 3 weeks. From downstate they sent me to Green. I was in Green for a minute. And had a situation in there. I'm gonna get to that later on. You know what I mean? That's more content. I was in Green. What's up? I was in Green. What's up, little man? I was in Green. I had a little situation in Green. And from Green, they sent me to Green S Block. From Green S Block, they sent me to Lakeview Box. I was in Lakeview Box. From Lakeview Box, they sent me to Elmira. From Lakeview Box, they sent me to the L. My classification went up. I also But before that, they gave me a new charge in green, and they gave me a new charge in green, and I was in Lakeview Box when they gave me the new charge, because I went from Lakeview Box. They sent me back down to Ulster. From Ulster, I went to Comstock for court because it was in Greene County, and that's like the same hub. So I was like on the cadre section of Comstock. I was only in Comstock for cadre. I wasn't like in the population and shit. I was only like on the cadre shit and all that because I was only there for court. So I was in Comstock. I went to Comstock because I caught a new case in Greene. You know what I'm saying? And from Lakeview Box, they sent me to Comstock for the new case. My lawyer was so fire, but they know how wild Greene was. So he like, yo, just told him that, you know what I mean? Whatever happened, you did what you had to do to protect yourself. And I went in there and said that, and they threw the case out. Clean, like, you know what I mean? Because at the time, like, again, I'm so small, no hair on my face, nothing. I'm 19 when I go up top. But my classification goes up. Whenever you catch a tier 3 and you're in a medium, your classification goes up. You understand? So, mind you, I'm 19. Now, they send me to Lakeview Box. Now, I'm in there now, mind you, right? This is no caparoonie, right? I'm in my bunkie when I was in Lakeview Box was this dude named Barcine Dukes. Shout out Barcine Dukes, man. You know what I mean? Hopefully, he's still around. He's still pushing. Old head, man. Taught me how to play casino. Taught me how to play chess. He had a 77A number, which he was locked up since like 73. I was born in 87. He had a 1977 number. I was born in 87. So, and he was locked up since 73. And I was up top, and he was my bunkie in 2007, 2008. He was still up top. I mean, that was like 12 years ago. He should be home now. I don't think he's still up. You know what I mean, doing all that time for a homie. But he was in the boxes. He was an old head. He smoked the gas. He was still maneuvering like a young boy. Like, you know what I mean? I fuck with him. Shout out Barcine Dukes, man. Anybody know the old head from the jungle, man? You know what I mean? Shout him out. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I go from Lakeview Box. I do all of that. Beat that new charge in Green. They send me to Elmira. I'm at Elmira. I go to G Block. Everybody, you gotta go to G Block when you come in Elmira. Everybody. I mean, not G Block. Part of self. C Block. Everybody has to go to C Block, unless you protective custody loop. But so I go to C Block. I'm in C Block for a minute. Then they send me to G Block. I get the G Block. They give me the laundry job. I'm in Elmira for 8 months. That's other content. I'm gonna tell y'all everything that happened in Elmira. You know what I mean? That's more content. I got stories for days. I was in Elmira for 8 months. You know what I mean? So I got wild stories to tell the world, like mad stories to tell the people. You know what I'm saying? Wow, shit. Jail stories and all that shit, man. You know what I mean? I got juvie stories from juvie to the end, man. My life is a movie. You know what I mean? You'll be surprised. But yeah, so from Elmira, I was in Elmira 8 months. I went to the box. That's more content. I'm gonna tell y'all why I went to the box in Elmira. Funny story. I'm gonna get to that. That's more content. But yeah, so I go to the box. No, they don't send me right to the box. I go to I Block, which is long term keep block. Like they got a tier for long term keep block in Elmira. They call it Iraq. It's turned up. So I go to I Block for a minute, long term keep block. From there, they send me to the box. They send me to Cayuga Box. From Cayuga Box, they send me to. Where the fuck did I go from Cayuga Box? Oh, Clinton. Boom. From Cayuga Box. From Cayuga S Blocks to Shoe 200, Special Housing Unit. That's the box. Special Housing Unit, Shoe 200. That's the box. S Block, Shoe 200. I've been in a lot of those. Yeah, I've been in a lot of those. But so from Cayuga Box, they sent me to Clinton, right? I was in Clinton. I was an upper F10 company. I was working in the industries. I was making the t-shirts in Clinton. You know what I'm saying? When I was in there, the nigga Sean Poe was in there. Shout out Sean Poe. I think he probably changed his name, like the rapper Sean. But when I was in there, he was in there. But he was in like APPU, like the high classification and shit like that. Like we wasn't in the same block. I was an upper F10 company when I was in Clinton. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, facts on it. I worked in industries. I actually got released from Clinton in 2009. I went home from Clinton in '09. Uh, and when I went home in '09, the first time I ever heard Drake, like my cousin Luck put me on to the nigga Drake when I upon the N word, put me on to the boy Drake. Um, and I was rocking with Drizzy. That I forgot what Drizzy saw. Oh, that successful with Drizzy and Trey. I was riding around with that thing on repeat. Uh, yeah, a lot of yo, man. When I came home that first time from up north in '09, I was on a whole, like, you know what I mean? A whole different type of energy now because, like, I done been up north. I done been to some of the worst maximum facilities up top. I was letting my nuts hang. I was, you know what I mean? Like, so, I was in the mix. I was definitely in the mix. I was definitely in the mix, man. I was, you know what I mean? From juvie to the state pen, man. You know what I mean? 13 to 26. I missed 13 straight summers, man, from running the streets, thugging, and as a young boy, though, like, you know what I mean? Like 13, so they be like, damn, how old are you? I'm a young nigga. I was doing that shit young. I was out there thugging and bugging, young boy. Like, about to be 34 New Year's. Like, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man. So, yeah, I was reminiscing. I came home on 9. Lovely, man. Everything was good with me and Mama Love at that time because, I'm fresh out, made it home from the pen. I'm coming home from Clinton, top of the mountains, Dannemora, New York. You know what I mean? One of the worst facilities in the state of New York. One of, not the worst, one of the worst. Because there's a lot of pins, I mean, a lot of maxes that get busy, but Clinton is one of them. I was there. Elmira's also one of them. I was there. Um, I was in a few different maxes. I was only in one medium facility that was green, and I was in 2007, and I wasn't even in there that long, probably like a month or two. Probably like a month or two. Nah, I probably was in there. Yeah, I probably was in there a little longer than a month or two, because probably like 2 months. No longer than 2 months. 2, 3 months the most I was in there. I wasn't even in there that long, I don't think. Yeah, because I got there like September. Yeah, I was in there like 3 months, 2, 3 months. I was in Green, and I got up out of there, so I wasn't even in there for too long. Um, and that was 2007. Uh, yeah, I came home '09. I was running around bugging, caught a parole violation, went on a run for parole. It's the first time I went OT. '09, 2010. First time I went out of town, I went to Allentown, Pennsylvania. Um, Shout out to Ruck, man. Miss Gwen and them. They got me my own crib, man. First time I ever had my own crib was 2009, 2010. I was like 20 years old, turning 21 years old. First time I had my own crib. Yeah, I mean my own spot. Like, you know what I mean? Um, I was out there running crazy, caught a case, ended up, you know what I mean? Catching some shit out there, fucking with the niggas out there that's turned up. You know what I mean? It was me, my son Trouble, the nigga Pone, the nigga Kev, me, Pone, Trouble, Kev, Smoke, me, Pone, Trouble, Kev, Smoke. It was 5 of us and 2 chicks. And we all caught a case of shit. The shit was all of the newspaper, all of the dudes and all that. Ended up beating the case, and Allentown. End up beating the case because they, the people I was with, they were somebody's out there. So the Duke that we end up, whatever happened, you know what I mean? I'm going to get into that later on. There's more content. The situation happened. We end up spanking that case. Charges got dropped. I'm thinking I'm about to get let out. They like things released, so I'm thinking I'm up out of there. Like, yeah, I'm up out of him. You know what I mean? And the fucking boys is downstairs waiting to take me back to New York. So I stayed in there for like I stayed in that joint for like 2.5, 3 months in there. You know what I mean? And then yeah, I stayed in there for like 2, 3 months. And then yeah, I stayed in there for like 2, 3 months, 2.5 months, and then they extradited me back to New York. I go to New York. I'm in the county. I have my parole hearing. Right. This how wild. This how official I used to carry it because, like, I get in that, but let me say this right. When you live in that life, it's only two things that come with that. You know what I'm saying? Dead on jail. So I knew back then when I was wilding like that, like the possibility is either one. And jail was the possibility. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it wasn't that I didn't have common sense, I just didn't care. Back then I just didn't give a fuck. I was wild. I was on a whole different type of energy. But anyway, uh so I go back to the county, right? And I have my parole hearing. Now, mind you, now this is no cap. This is all facts, right? My parole officer back then was a dude named Darwish Heber, right? And he had they was gonna revoke and restore. They was gonna let me go, but put me back on parole for the 2 years, right? Like I was gonna have to start all my parole over, but they was gonna let me go that day. I'm like, nah, I'll send me up top, max me out, because I don't want no parole. Because when I come home, I'm still gonna be doing the same shit I was doing before. But that's how wild I was. Like, you know what I mean? Like seriously, not bragging. You know what I mean? Like, not, you know what I mean? Not saying that shit for no clout or none of that. But that's what my mentality was. Like, I'm coming home and I'm selling crack. I'm coming home. Like, I don't want no papers. I want to be, because I'm coming home and I'm still going to do the same thing I was doing before. I mean, that's how I used to carry it. Like, no cap. So, blunt went out. So he like, you sure that's a new bid? You got 17 months on the back end. Like, that's a whole new bid. So what? Max me out. He said, you sure? I'm like, yo, max me out. Like, I do the whole 17 months. Like, that's a year and 5 months up top. And they was gonna let me go that, but put me back on parole for 2 years. No, because I'm gonna end up coming back anyway. Let me get this shit out the way now. So I don't gotta be worried about no parole, no none of that shit. Like, and they went in there and they maxed me out. 17 months. Get me up out of here. Let me go do my bid. I went. I did my 17-month parole violation. Went in. I was the first place they sent me to on my first stop with my first violation. Yeah, like was Sing Sing. But rest in peace to my cousin Rodney. My cousin Rodney got killed by COs in Sing Sing. So I told him like, that's a dub. I can't be in here. I'm not being here. I don't want to be in here. Y'all got to get me up out of here. They're like, wow, my cousin got killed in here. They moved me the next day. They sent me to 5 Point. I'm at 5 Point. That's more content. I'm gonna tell y'all why I ended up going to the box at 5 Point. They gave me a year in the box. And 5 Point. I go to the box. They send me the long term. They send me to the box and 5 Point. Then from the box and 5 points, they send me to From the box and 5 points, they send me to upstate box. I went to upstate box. From upstate, I did 9 months in upstate box. More content. I'm gonna tell you everything about upstate box and all that, my bunkies, and I'm gonna get into all of that later on. Just more content. By the way, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button. Thank you, appreciate you. But I go to upstate box for my 9 months of upstate box. They gave me 3 months good time because they gave me a year, but they gave me 3 months cut good time. So I did 9 months in upstate box. From upstate box, they sent me to Cayuga. I mean, no, I'm bugging. From upstate box, they sent me to Auburn, and then I got released from Auburn, 2011, and I've been locked up since, other states and shit, but not like prison. Like, you know what I mean? I got caught with, I got, that's more content. You know what I mean? I got a lot of content. But I just wanted to bring y'all up to speed a little bit on me. You know what I mean? Just so y'all could know, who's talking to y'all, and, you know what I mean, where I'm from, and just, I just summed everything up real quick. You know what I mean? But I got a lot to talk about. Life is a movie. You know what I mean? Tune in. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this, man. This DaluchiTV is something you don't want to miss. You hear me? It's something you do not want to miss. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button. Tune in. Because this is something you don't want to miss. Something you don't want to miss. But moving on, enough about me for today. Moving on. How do y'all feel about Meek Mill's giving the young boy in Atlanta $20? I mean, I want to know the people's opinion on it. What's the people take? I want to know y'all take. How do y'all feel about Meek Mill's giving the young boy a dub? I mean, because I mean, it's a lot of ways you can look at it. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to criticize Meek. You know what I mean? I have done more for people, but I'm sure he have done way more for the youth also. So but I want y'all feedback. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share button. Tune in. You don't want to miss. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this, man. It's my intro. More content coming soon today. Signing off. Salute. Oh, get right or get left. Find yourself before you find yourself by yourself. Play lotto, don't play me, you might win.
I know.